Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all to the session 7 of our Bhakti Pravesa program. Today's topic is Dhriti or steadfastness. So each of us is blessed with an innate potential to be something and to recognize and realize our purpose. So what is it that stops us to truly be what we are made for? It is simply one thing, that is lack of determination. So that is why today's topic, Dhriti, steadfastness, is so very important. A very important game changer, I can say. Yes. And the good news is it can be cultivated. So today, let us see from in different angles what this topic of steadfastness is and how this can very much change our life. So we will study determination from the Bhagavad Gita perspective. In the 18th chapter of the Gita, Lord Krishna speaks about determination, interestingly, in 3 modes. So I will try to discuss each of these, the determination in these 3 modes with some key words and see what you can relate to in your own life. Yes? So let me screen share. First, let's see what is determination in the mode of ignorance. Let's go backwards. Yeah. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha navimunchati durmedha dhriti sa partha tamasi. So there is determination. That determination which cannot go beyond dreaming. Yeah, swapnam, fearfulness, bhayam, lamentation, shokam, moroseness, vishadam, and madam, that is illusion. Yeah, such unintelligent determination, yeah, durmedha, yeah, unintelligent means durmedha, is in the mode of darkness. Yeah, so remember these key words here: swapnam, bhayam, shokam, vishadam, and what is illusion? Madam. Yeah, swapnam, bhayam, shokam, vishadam, and madam. So let's discuss this. So this is determination in the mode of ignorance. So we might be thinking that ignorance itself means lack of determination. So what is this determination in the mode of ignorance? Yeah. So many times we have this experience that, dreaming in the sense is that daydreamers, people who want to do a lot in life, but they are simply left, as unrealized dreams. This is typically determination in the mode of ignorance. They want to achieve this. You want to do a lot of things. You want to get good grades, or you want to make it to the next level, or, you want to wake up early. You want to read, so many books, and we have a timetable generally, which is on paper, but it's just left on paper. There are so many things that you really want to achieve, but you're unable to. It's still in the level of the dream. Swapna. That's called daydreaming. So that's the typical example of determination in mode of ignorance. Yeah. Bhayam, fearfulness. So fearfulness it's born out of, there is a good fear and there is a bad fear. Okay. A good fear, as in we say, fear of God is beginning of all wisdom. Yes. So that is being fearful about, wasting away our time in useless activities, having a healthy fear of illusion and maya. Yeah, these are all good fears. Yeah, they help us to draw certain boundaries in our lives. Yeah, so good fears are always important for us to restrain ourselves from unnecessary activities. But there are fears which are baseless, and which make us mentally weak. And so these fears also are those things which oppose the strength or resilience or determination in a person. Like, for example, uh, uh, you say there is examination fear. You can relate to this. Okay. A healthy examination fear is good because, if not, you're too relaxed about it, a person doesn't study at all. Okay. But then if a person fears too much, what happens? A person in that fear and stress, a person becomes so anxious that they say that no, maybe I won't be able to make it. So forget it. I won't even write the exam. Yeah, this is unhealthy fear. So that fear that opposes action is that fear in the mode of, is determination in the mode of ignorance. Yeah, swapnam bhayam. Yeah, then what else? Mother. Yeah, illusion. And swapnam bhayam shokam. Shokam vishadam madam. So what is shokam? Shokam or lamentation. So there is something called lamentation and there is something called grief. So please make a note of all these subtle differences, because an intelligent person discriminates what is healthy and what is unhealthy. Yeah. So grief is natural. Let us say we have lost one of our dear ones, a relative of ours, yeah, or a good friend of ours. Grief is natural. Yeah. But it should not go into lamentation. What is lamentation and how is it different from grief? Grief is a natural outburst of emotions, especially pain or feeling of uh, despair. Yeah, which is very natural. It has to be let out. Sometimes, when somebody dies, people go around telling them, "Don't cry, don't cry." No, that's a very wrong way of consoling that person. Yeah, you should let the person bring out that emotion in the form of tears. Tears are, in fact, very a healthy way of removing one's inner anguish. Yeah. So grief is positive, but so what is negative is lamentation. Yeah. What is lamentation? Lamentation is grief that is uncontrolled. So if a person is for one day you're crying about something, understandable. 2 days, okay. 3 days, week, and then a month, a year, and sometimes decades. People just harp on the same string, lamenting about, oh, I should have done that. Oh, my life would have been better had it been this way. So this is what is called lamentation. So this lamentation is determination in the mode of ignorance. So why is this called determination? Because this is a particular quality of holding on to something. You're determined not to leave it, hang on to it. So these sticky things become very solid obstacles on the path of spirituality, especially. Yeah. Holding on to wrong things, that is shoka, lamenting, like, for example, of something that we don't have. Generally, we compare ourselves with somebody and think that, oh, this person has this, and I don't have this. So, I cannot achieve what I want to. Yeah. So this unhealthy comparison and then lamenting over it. Sometimes it's okay once in a while feel, oh, I should have been that or I should have done that. For a moment, that's fine. It's natural human tendency. But to hold on to that and it becomes a part of your personality to always shrink back. No. So that's what is called shoka. That is determination in the mode of ignorance. Yeah. So swapnam, bhayam, shokam, lamentation. Yeah. And vishadam, moroseness. So moroseness is a kind of another word for, kind of a depressive state of mind. Yeah, moroseness is always complaining and not doing anything positive, being morose about something. This is also determination in the mode of ignorance. And finally, mother. Mother is what? Illusion. So people who have determination in the mode of ignorance are always in illusion. So why are they in illusion? It is because they plan a lot of things, but they are just left on the paper. They're never realized. Yeah, they remain in the dream state. So all these 5 qualities are determination in the mode of ignorance. What are those 5? Number 1. What's the first one? Swapna. Swapna. That is dreaming. Second is
Fear.
fear. Bhaya. Fearfulness. Okay. Third is
Lamentation.
lamentation. Yeah. Lamentation or shokam. Yeah. Fourth is
Moroseness, Vishadam.
vishadam or moroseness. And fifth,
Mada. Illusion.
nada or illusion. So please make a note of all these very powerful words that Lord Krishna has used in the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, sometimes we tend to drift into these mode of ignorance tendencies. We need to recognize these and try to elevate ourselves above these. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure none of us here are free from something called daydreaming in our past. Or at least I did it a lot when I was in my college times. Yeah, so daydreaming and always shoka, vishada, mada, and bhaya. So these are the lower tendencies. Yeah, whenever we recognize these tendencies in us, we need to understand that we are giving into our lower tendencies for the mode of ignorance. So that's when we need to try elevating ourselves. So let's see what's next. There is determination in the mode of passion. So till now we have seen determination in the mode of ignorance. So let's see, interestingly, what is determination in the mode of passion. So these are typical workaholics. You might have seen at your workplace or in your college, they are crazy about, working and achieving. So these are the typical, they have the typical slogan, work hard, party harder. Yeah. Throughout the week, work like an ass, sweat out. And then the weekend, total enjoy, do justice to what all the hard work you have done. So this is typical determination in the mode of passion. Let's see how it goes. Yayatu dharma kamarthan. See, kamarthan. That means for sense gratification. Dhritya dharayate arjuna. Prasangena phalakankshi. Dhriti sa partha rajasi. So the translation says, that determination by which one holds fast to future results in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the nature of passion, O Arjuna. So here Krishna is talking about now determination in the mode of passion. Prasangena. Prasangena means with a lot of attachment. Phalakamshi. That means they're very much desirous of the result. Yeah. And what is this result they're wanting? The result they're wanting it for their own sense gratification. Yeah. Sometimes, typical example I had given you is at your workplace, there are workaholics. They are target driven. They really want to achieve their targets and they want to fulfill their. In fact, actually, the determination in mode of passion is not demoniac. At least it's not demoniac. It is it's not sinful. It's not sinful, but only thing is it does not elevate one to the higher realms of spirituality. Yeah, in fact, Prabhupada sometimes condemns this as the prayasa. Yeah, in Nectar of Instruction we have done this, right? Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangascha laulyamcha shadbid bhaktir pranashiti. This kind of over endeavor is it is opposing or it destroys bhakti in a person. Yeah. But nonetheless, if you see it objectively, it is not something sinful. Only thing is an over endeavor for nothing. Yeah, prasangena phalakankshi, always desiring of a result. So this is determination in the mode of passion. Yeah, even sometimes some people perform some of vratas. Like for example, you see some people, they light diyas on each step of the temple, and they walk up the temple made of stones on their knees, or they do Sashtanga pranam, and in rolling around the temple. Why? Some kind of desire they want to fulfill. Either they want to have some success in their business, or they want sometimes a desired wife or a husband. You never know. Yeah, phalakankshi, very determined about getting something. Yeah, no matter what vrata it takes. Yeah, so this is determination in the mode of passion. Yeah, because the result is for their own sense gratification. Then let's see what's determination in the mode of goodness. Yeah. So the mode of goodness is related to yoga. धृत्यायया धारयते मनः प्राणेन्द्रियक्रियाः योगेन व्यभिचारिण्या धृति सा पार्थ सात्विकी. O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable, please remember these words, unbreakable, yeah, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice. Yeah, yogena vyabhicharinya, which thus controls the activities of the mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness. Yeah, mana pranendriya kriyaha, yogena vyabhicharinya, dhriti sa partha satviki. So this is the determination that is unbreakable, no matter what a person does. Like, for example, here again, the purpose is important. See, if you see carefully, each of these determinations is explained by its purpose. Yeah. For example, first, the determination, the mode of ignorance. The purpose is self-destruction. That's what is, it's foolishness. You hold on to qualities of fearfulness. You hold on to something, lamentation. You hold on to moroseness. Yeah. So the purpose is self-destruction. Here in mode of passion, the purpose is enjoyment. In mode of goodness, the purpose is yoga, connection with the divine. So that is why this determination is, that determination which is unbreakable and which is steadfast, coming to our topic, steadfast. What is steadfastness? That is continued determination, which is uninterrupted, is steadfastness. In other words, it's also called perseverance. Yeah. So, and an interesting word here that is used is yogena vyabhicharinya. Yeah, yogena vyabhicharinya means avyabhicharini yoga. That means, you also have come across a similar word in the Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Mamchayo avyabhicharinya bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samiti ityaitan brahmati bhuyaya kalpate. Whoever performs avyabhicharini bhakti. What is avyabhicharini bhakti? That is unalloyed devotional service. Here you also got the similar word, yogena avyabhicharinya. So this kind of unbreakable determination to follow the path, yeah, is determination in the mode of goodness. So what is this unbreakable determination? Yeah, unbreakable determination is no matter what comes on the path, you're fixed up in your purpose. And that purpose is a higher purpose, not your own sense gratification, but it is about reuniting or yoga, reconnecting with the divine. So, I'm sure till date we all might have heard about determination, But this beautiful perspective that the Gita is giving us is something so amazing. Yeah. So your determination is actually defined by the purpose. So you may be determined about getting great marks in your exams or a promotion or doing something very ambitious in your life. Yeah. You may be just determined about continuing to be in a state of moroseness and depressive. Sometimes, what is depression? Depression is chronic moroseness. A person is declared as depressed even if he's unable to come out of the negative state of mind, even after 60 days. There is a calculation. Yeah. So depression is also kind of determination, but it's a determination in the mode of ignorance. Then there is determination in the mode of goodness, for which the purpose is spiritual elevation, or to connect the divine. So this is such an amazing understanding that the Gita is very profound understanding of determination that the Bhagavad Gita is giving us. So this unbreakable determination, when a person develops, I will tell you how to understand this unbreakable determination. For example, let's start with chanting our rounds. Yeah, in the initial days, we chant 1 or 2 rounds on and off. Sometimes it goes up, it comes down. Sometimes, and then we move on to 4 rounds and then continue. And then we move on to 8 rounds and then we move on to 16 rounds. And those 16 rounds you're chanting for the last 3 decades, let's say, 30 years. Yeah, that is unbreakable determination with the purpose of achieving yoga or a spiritual elevation. Yes, so that is yogena vyabhicharinya. Yeah, and what is the result of this? Manat pranendriya kriyaha. Yeah, it is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which it controls the activity of mind, life, and senses. So this kind of a determination, what does it do? It automatically gives you control over your mind. It gives you control over your life, and it gives you control over your own senses. So this kind of determination is not something that makes you chase after your ambitions. And once you achieve something, you run after another thing, and another thing. No, it's not that kind of a determination. So many a times, if you talk to some people who are just going up the success ladder, they're so tired, to hold on, to maintain the status quo of success. Their entire life's energy is drained into it. Yeah. So how did they get that success? They got that success through that determination in the mode of passion. So if your determination is in the mode of goodness, such a determination will give you control over your mind. It gives you control over your life. It gives you control over your senses. It doesn't make you go ahead and look back and think, make you crave more, or run after things more and more. This is the difference between determination in the mode of goodness and passion. So if we really want to be steadfast and determined, the first thing we need to think about is, what is the purpose of my determination? Yeah, and the more and more we become fixed in our purpose, we become automatically determined in doing it. Radhesham Prabhuji often tells this in his lectures. Many people say that, I'm unable to continue my chanting. Yeah, my rounds are coming down. Then Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur states that we get strength to chant more by continuing to chant. The chanting itself gives us the strength to chant more. So that is determination in the mode of goodness. So these are the 3 modes of material nature, and determination in the mode of ignorance, in the mode of passion, and in the mode of goodness. So the same Dhriti, when we see, appreciate this from the perspective of the Shandilya Upanishad, it gives a very nice definition of Dhriti. So Shandilya Upanishad explains that Dhriti means that quality by which person, even in the most lowest state of life, remains undeterred or fixed in one's path and duties. Yeah, so no matter what kind of situation you are in your life, yeah, you're not overwhelmed by the situation, and you continue to go ahead on your path. So it's important to understand that another definition of Dhriti or steadfastness is being undisturbed in provoking situations. Yeah, this is according to the Shandilya Upanishad as I spoke. So many a times when I have recently witnessed a very tragic event in the life of some devotees, wherein, like, because of a very miserable mishap, which they're unable to digest, they could not hold on to the path of devotion. So sometimes some difficulties shake us up so much that we begin to lose faith and we give up our determination to practice. So Shandilya Upanishad says Dhriti or steadfastness is that quality which makes you, continue on the path even in the face of the most miserable situation in life. That is the quality. Somebody who has this quality, they are said to be steadfast. So what is this quality of Dhriti? You can actually appreciate it in the people who have it around you. You can actually appreciate in the people who don't have it also. Yeah, you see sometimes some people, they're very, very determined in what they want to do, what they want to achieve. Nothing can move them. And you also find people around you who are easily distracted, who take things light, who take things easy. There is something to learn from them also. What makes this person give up so easily? You can study even that. So always it's good to have a researcher's mindset and study things objectively and not be affected. Sometimes when some devotees ask me this question, how do we remain unaffected in wrong association? So when you're in the wrong association, or just maintain a researcher's mindset. Just look back, be objective, and see why this person is doing what this person is doing, or why is he speaking the way he's speaking, or why is he acting and behaving the way he's acting. So you just keep your researcher's lens on. You won't be affected. You'll just study that person very objectively. Yeah. So this is something from the Shandilya Upanishad. So remaining undeterred. So this is like our scriptures are full of examples of those who remain undeterred in the face of extreme calamities. Srila Haridas Thakur, and especially, the more you're an advanced devotee, the bigger the problems that come. In fact, the problems actually prove, give the evidence of your devotion. Yeah. So Srila Haridas Thakur, what was his determination to chant the holy name of Lord Krishna? He was beaten up in 22 marketplaces so ruthlessly. Yeah. But he never gave up his determination to chant. So much he was tested. And in that heavy testing, his unflinching determination was just manifested. The more and more he was subjected to trauma, the more and more he was pushed to the corner, the more and more his devotion was expressed. That famous beautiful line in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says, even if you cut me into 1,000,000 pieces and each piece of my flesh will chant the name of the Hare Krishna. So this was his determination to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the most trying circumstances. So you might think this is something that just happened 5,000 years, 500 years ago. No, even in the recent past, the devotees of Russia, yeah, I don't know if any of you have read this book called Salted Bread. Yeah, Salted Bread. It's a life history of devotees in Russia who have been practicing spirituality under very, very, it is called the period of Iron Curtain, where spirituality and religion has been totally banned in Russia. So that was the time the Hare Krishna Mahamantra was introduced, and there were devotees who were imprisoned, under the Religious Act, and they were tortured. But they maintained such determination to continue their practices. If you read that book, you'll literally be in tears. They used to use their toothpaste, and with that toothpaste, they used to mark their tilak. And they used to be beaten up if they were used to chant and all. There are pictures of their fingers that were bleeding. It stopped them beaten up because they were chanting. When they had no bead bags and japamala to chant, the bread that they were served, they used to soak that bread in water, and they used to make balls out of it, and they used to somehow connect those beads and make a japmala, and with that japmala they used to chant. Can you imagine? This is called determination. We have a solid japmala. So many a times our Shravya used to give it as a gift to so many people around. What are they doing with their japmalas? You look at these devotees from Russia. They have, they don't even know who Krishna is. Prabhupada has introduced Krishna consciousness to them, and they told them what chanting is. And they took it so seriously. They didn't give it up even in the most trying circumstances. That is Dhriti, steadfastness. It is said, the history states that prior to independence, there is a record of the Chinese walking all the way from China to India border for seeking spiritual wisdom, to learn the Vedas and the Upanishads. They came walking all the way from China to India. This is hunger for knowledge. So for a person who has such hunger, that when that knowledge is given, it goes straight into the heart. Yeah. So these days, it's available in everywhere, that people are no longer have that hunger, unfortunately. Yeah. So Dhriti, determination. When you're determined to get something in life, when you get it, you appreciate the value of it. Yes. So this is Dhriti according to the Shandilya Upanishad. That is the determination to practice despite the most trying circumstances. Yeah. And so as I said, our scriptures are full of these examples of, devotees who have never given up when it was very easy to give up. Yeah. So, and many a times our determination is tested. It's tested by even somebody as good as our own teachers. Yeah. Sometimes we are tested without our knowledge, whether we are really serious or are we just making a show. Classic example is the life story of Dhruva Maharaj. Yeah. So when Dhruva Maharaj was insulted by his stepmother, Suruchi, he just came out of that room like, hissing like a snake. The Bhagavatam describes, anybody who's into child psychology can appreciate, so many beautiful features of a hurt child in Dhruva Maharaj. Yeah. So he was breathing heavy, the tears gushing out of his eyes. And he was like hissing warm breath like a snake. Yeah, in that mood, he just walked out. And his mother, his own mother, Suniti, and she's an amazing counselor. The moment she saw her son, she understood what could have happened. She might not know the details, but with his facial expression and the way he walked in, she had a sense of it. The first thing that she says is, wish not anything inauspicious to those who have hurt you. This is the rule number 1 of handling hurt. Most of the times, whenever we are hurt, it starts with, giving baddua, curses to the person who has hurt. And the more we hold it in our heart, the more it transforms into curses. So this is such an amazing mother, such an exemplary mother and such an exemplary counselor Suniti represents. First thing she told Dhruva, as a method to mend his broken heart, is wish not anything inauspicious to the one who has hurt you. And she didn't stop there. She said, go, and there is an answer to your question. And the only person who can answer your question is Lord Vishnu himself. Go in search of him and you will find your answers. And Dhruva Maharaj, all set. He walks out of the house at the tender age of 4. He walks out of the house and he goes into the jungles. And there he meets Narada Muni. You see, anybody who's really in search of God, immediately Krishna sends his messenger. And Dhruva Maharaj was so determined to find where Vishnu is that Lord sent his dearmost associate, his dearmost devotee, Narada Muni. Immediately Narada Muni came into the picture. He stops Dhruva Maharaj and he asks him, oh my dear child, what are you doing in this jungle? Don't you know this jungle is infested with wild animals? Why have you come here? And Dhruva Maharaj explains about what all has happened. Then Narada Muni, interestingly, there is a beautiful conversation that ensues between Narada Muni and Dhruva Maharaj. Narada Muni thoroughly discourages him from pursuing the path. He says, now you're a tender child. Now you go back. Go back home. After you grow up, later you can pursue your desire. Yeah. So, it's just the hurt of the heart. You can forgive. And you know what Dhruva Maharaj says? The first thing he says, I am not a Brahmana to forgive. I am a Kshatriya. Very honest and truthful. There's one more qualification of a good disciple: honesty and truthfulness about who we are. He says that, I am not a Brahmana, I'm a Kshatriya. So I cannot forgive so easily. And he says, if you can show me what I am looking for, then please, I'm open to hear what you're saying. But if you don't have a solution, please give me way and let me go. I will go and search. So this is determination. Yeah, the spiritual master himself is testing what is his resolve. Yeah. If we do not have that resolve to actually serve, that means our will for devotion is very, very shallow. Very shallow. So, Dhruva Maharaj is tested by Narada Muni himself, saying, he gave it in the form of a good advice: go back home. This is not the time for you. You can come some other time. Dhruva Maharaj, and please forgive. Very lucrative, no? But no, Dhruva Maharaj said, no, I'm not a Brahmana, I'm a Kshatriya, and I seek vengeance. And if you know the way, tell me. If not, let me. And then that's how he goes. And then Narada Muni, being pleased with his determination and honesty. See, these are the two qualities that has pleased the heart of the spiritual master, Narada Muni. He was pleased by his honesty. And second is with his determination. So that was when he given the mantra to meditate on, and he tells him the entire procedure how to have the darshan of the Lord in the shortest span of time. And Dhruva Maharaj did whatever Narada Muni said, and in 6 months he had the darshan of the Lord. So fast-paced. Yeah, this is the Dhrita. That is why in all the scriptures, if we have to quote somebody for determination or Dhriti, everybody quotes the name of Dhruva Maharaj. The very name of Dhruva means determined. That is Dhriti. Once one disciple went and asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I understood everything about what you say, but somehow, I'm not determined to practice. I try to do, but, my practices are in vain. I lose determination very fast. Then do you know what is the reply of Prabhupada? Prabhupada heard the whole thing and Prabhupada gave an answer which is very strong. We should record this answer in our hearts. Prabhupada said, if you are not determined, you are worse than an animal. This is the answer of Prabhupada. Yeah. So, for us to note, so if you're not determined, you're worse than an animal. Why Prabhupada said this? It's simple. Animals means those which act on instincts. But it is human beings who have the discrimination, power of discrimination. When you act instinctively, that means whatever your instincts dictate, you just do that. It is animalistic propensity. But human being who has evolved intelligence has the responsibility to discriminate, understand what is right, what is good for me, what is good for my upgradation of my own personal life. How can I achieve the purpose of this human existence? Having got these faculties of mind, body, and intelligence, which are superior to all other species. So when you do that, when you discriminate and choose wisely, intelligently, this is what again, going back to that verse in Bhagavad Gita. Yeah. Durmedha. Durmedha means bad intelligence. Bad intelligence is that intelligence which makes you act on your instincts without any discrimination. Sumedha is that good intelligence which helps you discriminate and make wise choices in your life. Yeah, so that is why Prabhupada said, if you do not have determination, you're worse than an animal. Animal means it acts by the instincts and always makes those choices which simply gives sensual pleasures. But a human being has the responsibility of discrimination. That he has a faculty of discrimination, which is the intelligence. Discriminates, makes a wise choice, and when wise choice is made, purpose is fixed. When that purpose is fixed, you are determined to achieve it automatically. That is determination in the mode of goodness. So this is how, and in fact, the Manusmriti very amazingly speaks about, there are 10 lakshanas of dharma. Yeah. Dashavidha dharma lakshanam. Yeah. And the very first dharma lakshana is Dhriti. Yeah. I'll just read the beautiful verse. Dhriti kshama damotsteyam shaucham indriya nigraha dhir vidya satyam akrodho dashakam dharma lakshanam. Dashakam means 10. There are 10 lakshanas of dharma, of which the very first dharma lakshanam, according to Manusmriti, is Dhriti. Yeah, Dhriti or steadfastness. That means one of the lakshana of dharma, any dharma that you are performing, whether your varna dharma or your ashrama dharma that you are performing, or your nitya dharma that you are performing, or your naimitika dharma that you are performing, any dharma of yours that for you to perform, yeah, what you need is Dhriti. This is what is the Gita saying. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkada agama apayino adnitya tam titikshasva bharata. Yeah. So there is always dualities in life. Yeah, but one who overcomes them with determination, and that means one who tolerates them and continues, in their on their path is a person who is determined, who has dhriti or steadfastness, and that is dharma lakshan. So dharma lakshanam is to be determined in one's own position, no matter what. Just like we see in the entire episode of the gambling match or any episode of the Mahabharat, Yudhishthir Maharaj stuck to what is called dharma with steadfastness. Was so determined to execute dharma in every situation of life. Yeah. Why? Because he was determined about dharmic way of life. In the conversation that is held between, Draupadi and Yudhishthir Maharaj in a Dvaitavana, Draupadi asks, I'm feeling very pained to see you like this. My heart is wrenched. You are sitting on the throne of ivory, wearing royal robes. And today now I'm seeing your whole robes, which are all muddy and tattered. And same Bhimasena, who was fed with all the royal delicacies every day, is now, is surviving on some shoots and roots. Yeah, this is tearing apart my heart. So why are you forgiving a person like Duryodhana? Who for all, he's so demoniac and he's enjoying the throne, and you are the personification of dharma, and you are subjected to these kind of difficulties. How do I understand this? So Draupadi was so shaken with what she has seen apparently. But at that time, Yudhishthir Maharaj speaks to her and says that, no, at any point of time, virtue should not be forsaken. And forgiveness is the highest virtue that we all have to strive for. So even in that condition, Yudhishthir Maharaj was determined to follow his dharma. So that is Dhriti, Dharma Lakshanam. Dharma Lakshanam, very first Dharma Lakshanam is Dhriti. So I will just end here. So today I will just summarize what all I have spoken about. I spoke about the determination in the three modes, determination in the mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness. We have spoken about the definition of determination or Dhriti as per Shandilya Upanishad. And we have also spoken about, the Manusmriti's definition of Dhriti as one of the 10 Dharma Lakshanas. So I will end the session here. I will take any quick questions if anybody has. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any questions or discussion? What is the shloka which we need to learn? You can learn this beautiful shloka from the Gita where Lord Krishna is speaking about the qualities of a woman, which are his own vibhutis. Mritya sarva haraschaham, udbhavascha bhavishyatam, kirti shrir vakchanarinam, smritir medha dhritik shama. So Krishna is telling that, kirti, fame, shri, opulence, vak, the power of speech in women, yeah, smriti, their memory power, medha, their intelligence, dhriti, the steadfastness, and kshama is forgiveness. So all these qualities are mine or me. So now Krishna is telling this. So this comes in the 10th chapter of the Gita. The exact shloka number, I will post it in the group. Okay. So it's nice to recount these qualities of which Krishna himself is presenting. So especially women are, see, what is Dhriti? Dhriti is a quality of patience plus enthusiasm. Yeah. So one should understand this difference. Only patience without action, only patience with a blind faith is actually some kind of a depression. Yeah. And enthusiasm, which with no objective, is again hyperactivity. So we need to understand the different shades of these meanings. Yeah. So a well-balanced patience with an inherent enthusiasm is what is determination. Yeah, sometimes to achieve some things, we need patience, but that patience should not be, passive and inactivity. Yeah, it requires one to know when to act, the right time to act. Yeah, so that inherent enthusiasm also is needed. So a good combination of patience and enthusiasm is what brings about determination. Utsaha nishchaya dhairya. So utsaha is enthusiasm, nishchaya is determination, dhairya is patience. Okay. So how to develop patience? One develops patience when one has faith in what they are waiting for. And that faith, that's what I was saying, the faith should not be blind. Like, for example, Shabari. So her spiritual master, Matanga Rishi, has said that, all of them were going back to the spiritual world, but he told Shabari, oh, Shabari, please wait. The Lord himself would soon come here, and you need to be here to serve him. Okay, so this is what her spiritual master told her, to wait. He did not tell how long. Yeah, it could be today, tomorrow, next week, next month. No time period has been specified. But she simply had that faith in the word of her spiritual master, that the Lord is going to come. So with that faith, every day she used to go to the forest, she used to pluck the flowers, she used to get the best of the fruits, and she used to, make a big road of pathway full of floral decorations. And every day bring the best of roots and fruits and keep it ready. The Lord came after years, many, many years after what her spiritual master has instructed. But she just waited with patience. And why she waited with patience? It's not blind. She had faith that, yes, whatever my Guru Maharaj has told me, it will definitely happen. It's just a matter of time. And so with every day, with enthusiasm, she went and brought the flowers and offered to the Lord. So patience comes with faith in what we are waiting for. So is it, with our practices. Whenever we are practicing blindly with inadequate faith, that is when we are not determined. So when we have faith in in our result, in what we are going to get after years of practice. Recently His Holiness Indradivna Swami Maharaj has come to our congregation. And a few days back, Maharaj was telling such amazing lecture. He said, like, sometimes you might think, oh, I have to just roll my rounds. I have to do a bit of reading. It might just get monotonous. But remind yourself what is awaiting you. Great things like, the deity who is not different than Krishna himself, who is one day going to speak to you in person. And the things, what you can expect at the level of spiritual perfection, sometimes it's good to know them, what awaits you. Yeah, it's good to know what awaits you, and when we have the faith in the scripture, in the words of the Guru, then that gives us that patience automatically. And this patience is not blind. It's not depressive, but it is the patience with enthusiasm that is born out of knowledge. And that is sustainable patience. Okay, I hope I could answer your question. So the way to develop such patience is to be in knowledge of what is awaiting us and to have faith in the words of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Okay, good question, Meghna. Okay, so I will end the session here. If anybody has any questions, you can. Okay, yes, thank you, Navyashri. Yes, definitely. These classes are very special, and especially to help each of us, to understand each of these qualities deeply. And when we appreciate them deeply and appreciate them in the lives of great devotees and in our own contemporaries, like I spoke about the Iron Curtain period of Russia, how devotees were determined to practice. And we should also know what we are determined about from the Gita. This is like broadening our whole understanding about a particular quality. This is the glory of our scriptures. So thank you for being with us in this journey. And I wish you all the best. So I will end here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.